Nicole Turner, first of all, how are you? How are you doing with the lockdown?
Yeah, I'm actually okay. I've not gone insane just yet. It's pretty weird though, because obviously swimming's like I'd be in the pool 6 days a week, doing 2 to 3 hours each day, and then obviously I'd have my travel, so I'd be out of the house for a good 6, 7 hours of the day. But now at this moment in time, I'm in the house 24 hours a day.
And is that how is that going? Because you've got a big family, don't you?
Yeah, so it's actually really weird. Like the past week, so there's five of us. There's my mom, my dad, and my two brothers. And like we'd all eat dinner at separate times. Like we'd never be in the house all together. And the past week, we've actually sat down at the table, all five of us eating dinner. It's nice, but it's very weird. But then on the other hand, we're all getting a bit sick of each other and trying to kill each other sometimes.
Are those dinner conversations very animated right now?
Oh yeah, anything and everything comes out at the dinner table.
And I assume that you're never the victim, you're always the instigator.
Oh yeah, of course.
How long has it been since you've been in the pool now, Nicole?
It has been 9 days. So yeah, we were actually in the pool. We finished up in the pool last Tuesday. So it's been a long 9 days.
Is this the longest you've been without being in the pool?
No, not at the minute. So normally, like after World Championships, we got 3.5 weeks. So we're trying to treat this as our little kind of summer break early. But no, not just yet. So hopefully it doesn't come to that long.
And are you like, do you miss the pool, or are you happy with the break still at this stage, or would you do anything to get back in the water?
See, like when you're in the water, if we thought of this when we were in the water, we'd think, oh, it's going to be lovely. Like we're going to get a few weeks out of the pool. But like for the first few days, I was like, God, like this isn't bad. But then as it got to a week, I was like, okay, I don't like this. I don't like it's just my normal day-to-day routine's gone. Like we were even saying this, so like the team have a Zoom call once a week, and it's just hard. Like obviously for me, I'm not in school this year anyway, but all my friends are obviously out of school now, and it's just so hard to keep that normal bedtime routine, even like turning yourself off out of the world and trying to get your normal sleep. But it's just like at this moment in time, it's very hard to do that.
And are in those Zoom calls, are your teammates having similar issues as you are?
Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. Like, obviously some of them are in school and college, so they are missing out hugely more than I would be. But no, like we all agreed on that one. That was the one thing we all agreed on. Like it is hard disengaging with the world at a certain time at night.
And how have you been managing it so far? Disengaging
Um,
with the world. Do you have
for
any
me,
special techniques that you can share with those of us who haven't managed to do it yet?
I'm kind of a hit and miss with my phone. Like sometimes I'll be glued to it, but then other times I can just throw it on my bed and it can be there for 3, 4 hours and I won't care. But I've actually bought myself a bike. So me and my mom we've been doing about 20k a day, out on the bike and going through country roads, staying within the 2 kilometer distance.
Absolutely, following all the advice.
Um, but and even that, like that does get me away. Like obviously I can't be on my phone looking at what everyone else is doing when I'm out on the bike. So that does help. And then so a few years ago, um, my parents actually transformed a shed out in our back garden into a gym. Well, it's a garage. And so I'm fortunate enough that I can still do my gym sessions at home. So I do them 3 times a week.
And is that very good for your state of mind, getting out on the bike and getting the fresh air, but also having the gym? Do you feel a
Yeah,
boost after you've done a session?
it keeps it keeps my that extra motivation. Like if I didn't have like I never use the gym when I'm not swimming. 'Cause obviously I do gym up in the NAC. But it gives me that extra drive to think that I can actually do something, not just sit down all day and do nothing.
When you are sitting down all day and doing nothing, are you Are you playing board games with the family? Are you on Netflix? What are you doing?
Um, so I finished a series when we were on camp just before obviously we finished up. Me and Ellen got into a series called Love is Blind, and it was the most bizarre series ever. But I actually finished that a few days ago, so I think I'm gonna get myself invested into a few more series.
Have you had any recommendations come your way?
I have actually. I have a list of them.
Very good.
So yeah.
And what's going to be the first on the list that you're going to tackle?
Hmm. Can't tell you that one now. There's a few.
There's a few. Very good. And so as this crisis goes on, or the COVID-19 crisis goes on, how do you think it will be when it comes back to getting back to real life? Like, do you have a plan for that, or how's it going to work for you?
So obviously for me, this year I actually took the year of school to train for Tokyo. And obviously Tokyo is postponed now another year. So for me, I just can't wait to get back into that bit of extra routine. Like, yeah, we will be going back, and like obviously the season's finished now. Like, there's no competitions up until after September. But for me, I'll just be excited to get back into that routine and get a bit of training done just for my fitness. And then obviously go back into September and go to competitions across the world.
You're in a unique position in that you've left school for the year to concentrate on the Paralympic Games, but now the Paralympic Games have moved to next year. Are you in negotiations with your parents and with the school now, or have you gotten that far
Um,
in your thinking?
I haven't got that far into negotiating with the school, but obviously, like I'm that type of person who I prioritize my sport over my education. And I obviously will be training for Tokyo, so it wasn't possible to go to school this year. So I think it'll be another case of not going to school next year. But I'm gonna get do something on the side, I think, as well as swimming. Like this year, like it has been a really nice year and opened many doors for me. But sitting at home, not even sitting at home, just being at home from like normally leave for school swimming at like 3 o'clock. So I'd have so much time between like 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock. So I just want to find something that can fill my time a bit, but not obviously take over swimming.
Do you have any idea what that something is? Any areas of interest that you'd like to look into?
Well, I've actually been offered. So when I was in transition year in school, so that was obviously last year. I did my work experience in like a special school, and they said that they'd give me a few hours a week in there, obviously with the children. So I've been offered that, so I might take that offer up.
That sounds great. And you have a milestone coming up this year, I believe. When your next birthday comes, you turn 18. When is that birthday, if you don't mind me asking?
That birthday is the 14th of June.
The 14th of June. So there's two scenarios that come straight to mind for that very significant birthday. One is that the lockdown has continued, and one is that the lockdown may have ended. So, in the event of the lockdown having ended, how are you going to celebrate your birthday?
Yeah, so obviously before this whole lockdown started, I obviously wasn't going to have an 18th because it was what, like 12 weeks before Tokyo. So, or not even 8 weeks before Tokyo.
Yeah.
So I was actually going to wait until I came back from Tokyo and then just have like a big celebration then. But obviously Tokyo is not for another year. But then there is that case of if COVID-19 lockdown is still there won't be any party. But I do plan to have some sort of party if the lockdown is lifted.
And if the lockdown isn't lifted, it's a game of Scrabble with your family and a family dinner with no arguing.
Exactly. Exactly. Like this will be the one year. Like me and my friends are even saying that. Like so many of us, there's about 12 of us that'll be 18 this summer. So I don't think we'll be doing anything for it.
And have you been looking at all of the online challenges that have been going on that people are doing? And have you taken
Yeah.
part in any?
I've taken part in one.
What was it?
So this was nominated by Alan Keane. It was a do 10 tag 10 push-up challenge. So if you completed 10 push-ups, you got to nominate 10 people to do 10 push-ups, just like you did.
Very good. I assume you were able to do your 10 push-ups, no problem.
Of course. Yeah, no problem with that.
And have you been enjoying those social media videos? And is there any that kind of has stood out to you as being fun or a bit of crack or one that you do yourself?
I actually have. So one of them, the toilet roll challenge. So in my community, there's a young boy in my town that he has like a rare genetic disease that he's been diagnosed with, and the treatment for his care, like the treatment to cure his disease, is like 2.1 million. So there's a whole lot of fundraising going on around the community, and that toilet roll challenge turned into do it for Dan. He's obviously called Dan, and you do your toilet roll kicks, nominate so many people, and then you donate the little bit of money that you could donate to this foundation.
And have you done the challenge yet?
No, I haven't actually. That's
Okay,
one.
so when can we expect to see your toilet roll challenge?
I'll get that done for you in the next 48 hours, Derek.
You do that, and we'll add it onto this video, and we'll put up the links to do it for Dan, and we'll ask a few people to donate a few quid for that challenge as well, once we've seen your video. Nicole, thank you very much for your time. I hope everyone is safe and well, and I hope you continue to stay safe and well.
Thank you.